Tuesday, how you feeling?
Not bad. What's that mug say?
Really bad TV. It's a Sheepnado mug, specifically custom made for me. Today we're talking about shitty directed DVD movies. How do you feel about those? And how many do you own?
You know what? There are probably some straight-to-video Disney VHSs that I should not be proud to own, like Cinderella 2, Dreams Come True, or...
I have seen that.
You know what? It was harmless when I was 6, okay?
When I was 7, it was
you know
fine.
What? People have said some really crappy things about Lady and the Tramp 2, which I also have on cassette somewhere in my cellar.
I'm glad for you. I didn't know they made a sequel.
Yeah, and Scott Wolf from Party of Five was their son.
Man, I freaking love Party of Five.
His voice does not fit this. I guess he's a puppy. It takes place a few months after the end of the first movie because, I mean, they're dogs. They age really quickly. And Ariel is Lady, even though she has, like, I don't know, maybe 5 lines tops, even though it's Lady and the Tramp 2, when really it's Tramp and his son's movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
The most I know is that Patrick Starr is one of the dogs in the background at one point. That's all else.
My favorite direct-to-DVD movie is Kidnap. I'm kidding you, I hate that movie.
Okay,
Today, did I tell you about my theater experience for Kidnap?
You did not, but please do.
So we're gonna get to shitty DVD movies. I've created a game, Willis, Segal, or Cage. Which one of these, given the episode description, will explain that. So I'm watching Kidnap, and I go to see it with my dad in the theater. And we're like,
wait, what?
Yeah, so we, it's a Sunday night. I get off work. I'm tired. We go to see this movie, right? Oh, we walk in, and it's average, but every movie has a bad false start. And they're driving down the highway, and we're confused at why she's losing her kid when everyone literally was right there. Were they all in on the kidnapping? We don't know. So there we are. We're watching this. We're like, yeah, whatever. It's fine. It's a terrible action movie. We're fine. And this is the only movie I've ever walked out of. I never finished it. I couldn't do it. So they're driving down the highway, and if you remember in the movie, she's got the minivan, she's smashing up everything, and everything's just, and she's going around and causing like major traffic pileups, and cops are chasing her. And I'm like, oh, so they'll catch her and they'll help her get her kid back, and like a dramatic third act turn, No. They drive past the minivan, and she's on the phone with the kidnapper. She's like, shit, that's the wrong motherfucking minivan. And I'm like, no, we're done. No. And so I'm like, so I walk out, and I walk back in, I'm like, you know what, we're going to finish this. And she's at a standoff with the kidnappers in the middle of a highway, and there's accidents around, the cops have just driven by, and they're like, these mysterious people from a distance are like holding her son, and she can see like just a shadow of him. She like throws them the money, and they just drive away, and I'm like, no, we are totally done. But moving on to today's game. Don't watch Kidnap with Halle Berry. So Nicolas Cage, Bruce Willis, and Steven Seagal are actors. Sometimes they care. So I thought, what would be fun but to have Tyler fucking Fantastic Wolf, guess what movies, who's in the movie. So basically, I've got the IMDb description of the film.
Man.
I will give him the release year, but not the title. And he has to guess what actor is in this. Is it Bruce Willis, Nicolas Cage, or is it Steven Seagal? Now, I have picked the movies with the most generic titles known to man. So
these are all one-word titles at best. It's
pretty much
a video. You can check them out at Walmart. They'll be seated right next to Mission Impossible Fallout under the pretense that you might buy it.
Probably in the $3 bin, or they're in the massive pack of 50 action movies you can get. Now, Tyler will have one title reveal. He can have one title reveal. If he doesn't, he's completely clueless. He can ask for the title to get a hint. He can eliminate one. He can make it a 50-50. So he can eliminate, he can be like, knock off one of them, so maybe it's only Willis or Cage, and there's no Seagal entering the conversation. And he will get one Google. Also, I've named the show Who Wants to Be a Shit Millionaire and Have a Crappy DVDs on Your Shelf. It's a long title, but I'm connected to it. Are you ready, Tyler?
Just fucking get on with it.
You know you have fun. All right,
I do.
This is a 2018 film. A bank manager, haunted by a violent heist that took the life of his co-workers, teams up with an ex-cop neighbor to bring down the assailant. Initiating the explosive counteraction, all three men come to a breaking point. Cage, Willis, or Segal. You can get a repeat if you need it.
How many of these?
I'll give you 3 repeats.
Okay. I'll use my first JT.
All right, I'll read it in normal voice. If you get a repeat, it's a normal voice. A bank manager haunted by a violent heist that took the life of his co-worker teams up with an ex-cop neighbor to bring down the assailant, initiating the explosive counterattack that brings all 3 men to a breaking point.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Nicolas Cage on this one.
That is incorrect. It is Bruce Willis's 2018 masterpiece, Reprisal.
What?
Yeah, it's really, I don't know. I never
Okay.
heard of it. Oh, right.
I don't feel disappointed that I'm going to lose the majority of this. If anything, it'll just reassure me that I'm using my life for good things.
All right. I'm going to give you the title this time and the description, but not the release year.
Okay.
Half Past Dead. This movie tells the story of a man who goes undercover in a high-tech prison to find out the information to help him prosecute those who killed his wife. There he stumbles onto a plot involving a death row inmate and $200 million in a stash of gold.
Okay, but this one I'm going with Segal.
That would be correct. This is Half Past Dead from 2002.
Might as well call it Escape Plan 4, but...
Or The Fugitive 2.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
I guess, U.S. Marshals 3.
That's it.
Alrighty. Does this movie sound interesting at all to you?
No.
I love your enthusiasm. Alright. This is from 1997. Going undercover in rural Kentucky, an environmental agent tries to prove that the dumping of toxic waste in local coal mines are by ruthless industrialists. I love the description. Toxic waste into a coal mine, right? Think of that. What does it actually matter? Oh, we gotta get rid of our nuclear waste. Let's dump it in a freaking coal mine. No one will ever find it. And if someone does, they'll take vengeance.
An environmental agent.
Yes. They're dumping toxic waste into coal mines. What do you got? Who does it sound like? Also, I want to watch this movie now. I have watched one of the movies on this list.
I'm surprised you haven't seen all of these.
I didn't even know these existed.
Okay.
I scroll past shitty movies on Netflix. Alright, what do you got?
Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to say Nicolas Cage.
This is Steven Seagal, 1997's Fire Down Below.
Next one.
Alright. This is a 2020 release. This is a new one.
Oh, fuck.
The work of a billionaire tech CEO, Donovan Chalmers, where are you going, is so valuable that he hires mercenaries to protect it. And the terrorist group kidnaps his daughter just to get it.
I'm going to go with Bruce Willis.
That's correct. That is 2020's Hard to Kill. Available on DVD now.
You can buy it online.
It's probably
You
free
won't.
to stream on YouTube.
You never will, but you can.
All right. Let's move on to an exciting 2019 film. And it is a film. An ex-enforcer for a local crime syndicate has vowed to exact retribution on the mob bosses after 19 years of wrongful imprisonment. The only thing diverting his violent path is his newfound relationship with his beloved son.
Nick Cage?
That's correct! Would you like to go for bonus points and guess the title?
No.
A Score to Settle. Would you watch this movie?
No.
Alright, which one of these movies so far would you watch? Is it Reprisal, Half Past Dead, Fire Down Below, Hard to Kill, or A Score to Settle?
Which one was the Steven Seagal one where he's an environmental agent?
That is Fire Down Below.
Potentially.
Alright.
I'd have to look at the poster just to see how fucking crappy
You don't want to
it
look
is.
at these posters. It's
Okay,
just better
good.
for your health.
Good.
Alright, this is a 2007 film. A Wall Street broker is forced to invade a police chief investigating a bank robbery as he attempts to recover the stolen money in exchange for his son's life.
Seagal?
This is Bruce Willis in First Kill. Different from Hard to Kill. There are 15 Willis movies with kill in the title.
See, you said like rich guy, and I just thought, well, who's the least convincing as a rich guy? Oh, Steven Seagal.
That is an excellent strategy.
Well, clearly not as excellent.
Hey, I almost did Chuck Norris films.
Oh God, I would know shit. I don't know shit about those.
All right. 2019. A young father is charged with murder and must prove his innocence by recalling a very twisted and dark night of events.
Bruce Willis.
This is Nicolas Cage's Grand Isle. Grand Isle. Available on DVD in the Walmart bargain bin.
You are a fucking Oscar winner. You are an internet meme of epic proportions. You have some of my favorite meltdowns, especially Honeymoon in Vegas, where he just lashes out at Ben Stein, which, I mean, lashing out at Ben Stein is a good thing on a normal day. Fucking Trumper. Anyways, but in this airport where they are arguing over him buying tickets for like a week in advance as opposed to people who are flying fucking today. But it's just like, please, sir, if you don't get back in line, then what? I'll be arrested, put in airport jail? Just get your ticket and move on, okay? Get your goddamn ticket and move on! I've never seen Honeymoon in Vegas. I've just seen that one part.
So, you would say that Grand Isle, a young father charged with murder proving his innocence, recalling his troubled past, would be a great Nicolas Cage movie.
I wouldn't say great. Possibly enjoyable.
I don't even know who's in it beside Nicolas Cage, because it doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't actually matter.
No, it's probably Taylor Kitsch or Noah Centineo. You ever heard of Noah Centineo?
I've heard of Taylor Kitsch.
I think Taylor Kitsch does get saddled with shit like this. Hell, the fact that Nicholas Hoult and Ben King... What was that one with Nicholas Hoult and Ben Kingsley as that drug kingpin?
Oh!
It was another one-name title.
Yeah, no, I put the poster up and then John just looks at me, he's like, take that thing down.
Absolutely. I thought that was kidnapping, and it's just like, oh wait, that's not right.
Oh my goodness. I could have made a whole list just of Taken knockoffs.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that's a thing that could happen.
It's really unfortunate.
All right.
Next one.
Are you ready?
No, but go ahead.
Joe meets a mother who contacts a spirit when suffocating. Her daughter is dying when Joe helps her mother's spirituality contact the daughter and save her. Unfortunately, the spirit's daughter is now in the body of Joe's dead wife. From 2018. Spooky. That was unnecessary.
Bruce Willis.
This is Nicolas Cage, I believe.
Okay, good. I almost said... I said Bruce Willis just because he's used to being seen as a dead person.
Fun fact, this came out 1 month before A Color Out of Space. It did not do well because Color Out of Space was out.
Yeah, that was the reason.
But yes, it's called Between Worlds. Actually, not a terrible title. I'll give it as it's the best title. It's the best title on this list.
Okay, fine.
Alrighty. This film is called Cartel. A drug lord is captured and held by secretly U.S. agents in Costa, Romania. He agrees to testify against other drug businesses. They send lots of armed men to the hotel. Lots of shooting follows. That's the description from IMDb. There are incomplete sentences. It's perfect.
Steven Seagal?
That's correct!
He's the most realistic looking drug lord on the list of these actors. Bruce Willis couldn't play a drug lord if it meant saving his life.
Alright, here we go. Retired CIA agent Frank reunites with an unlikely team of operatives for a global quest to track down a missing portable nuclear device.
Bruce Willis?
That's correct. Can you name the movie?
No.
Really?
No.
It's called Red. I don't want those on this. That's a shitty description,
Fuck
right?
you, Bruce Willis. Fuck you.
But that's a terrible description of the movie, right?
Kind of.
What would you describe Red as better?
I wouldn't. I would focus on good movies and make good use of my life and retain my mental health.
All right, here we go. I'm going to give you more on this one here.
Okay.
2017, it's called Vengeance. A group of strangers come to the aid of a single mother seeking justice for her rapist. Vengeance. That's all they gave me.
Bruce Willis.
This is Nicolas Cage.
Damn it.
Also, Nicolas Cage starred in a movie called Rage. Cage Rage.
See, I was waiting for you to say Rage.
Rage is not on here. That would be too much of a gimme.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
Alright, here we go.
Because Rage has that one freak out, and then the rest of the movie is just fucking boring, apparently.
A professor frantically searches for his own son who is abducted during a Halloween carnival. This is called 2017's Pay the Ghost. Right? Who names the movie that?
Nicolas Cage?
That's correct! How am I doing so far in my stupid game?
I've lost track of how many of these things I've gotten right because it really just doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Anymore.
The points actually don't matter. When they say that on Whose Line, they mean it. When I say that, I really mean it.
That's right. The points don't matter. Just like an ad on a YouTube video.
Alright. Here we go. Satirical interpretations of the world's events of curious human behavior. That's the name of the movie. This person is in it.
Wait, what?
No, that's the description, sorry.
Okay, I need
would
to
you
know-
like the title?
No, just a repeat on that one.
Satirical interpretations of the world's events and curious human behavior. It's called The Onion Movie. It exists. I didn't know this was a thing.
Bruce Willis.
You would be correct. He was in The Onion Movie.
He's
Alrighty.
the only big enough actor who would say yes to that.
I think The Onion Movie is actually based on the Onion thing from the internet.
Oh, it totally is.
And here's the final one.
Oh, boy. Oh,
The
boy.
final one. 3 girls are kidnapped by a man diagnosed with distinctive personalities. They must try to escape and the emergence of a frightful demon. This is the IMDb description. I'm not shitting you.
Okay, that's Split.
It is! I just thought it was such a shitty description you might not get it.
And I want to say... I'm going to say Segal.
It's Willis.
That was too obvious of an answer.
That's why I put it on
Fuck you.
here.
The fact that Bruce Willis shows up for 5 seconds in Split, that was such a fucking
He was
thing.
in it. He was also 5 seconds in the Onion Movie. So I would like you to rank your top 5. I'll read the titles again. Beyond Worlds,
Hey,
Cartel,
put that
Split,
page on the-
Vengeance. What are your top 5 titles here? Strictly based upon the title.
Okay, Half Past Dead and Fire Down Below are semi-creative for a directed DVD. A Score to Settle is a one-liner, which, I mean, kind of fits the marketing technique for shit like this. Can you put the first page?
I can indeed.
Okay, I've got 3, and... Wait a minute, you put Split on this fucking list?
You got it! That was the last one you just got!
That's not straight to DVD, you
Yeah,
asshole.
but this was a surprise. This was a surprise movie. It's sneaking in there like a sneaky surprise movie.
I'm just gonna put Vengeance on as a joke.
It's a great time.
And then go with Split, because Split is the only legitimately good movie on this fucking thing.
That has been...
And then Shyamalan and Ding Dong fucked it up by making Glass.
I really liked Glass.
It had its moments.
That end fight was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was neat. And I like the psychiatry segments of them all together because I'm a big fan of Unbreakable.
Those parts were good too. It's just, I think he made Split pretty redundant by making Glass. If you really think about it. Then again, I'm talking to a guy who's wearing his pajamas right now.
This is my pajama shirt. Anyway, thank you for joining me on my whatever game show I called it. I had a title at the beginning. I was connected to it, and I sort of forgot.
Who wants to waste your life by watching and making this shit?
I do.
Okay, bye.
This is the Josh and Tyler Show. Thanks for joining us.